Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Clone Wars Season 3, Episode 3. We are continuing the chronological order, so last episode was Season 3, Episode 1. Just so in case you guys are wondering, my playlist should have them in order if you go to that to watch them in the order that I watched them in. So check that out. I'll make sure I go and double check that it all looks good and everything from the viewer side. So, yeah. It is 3, right? It's not... I'm already doubting myself. I have it up here. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, 3. Okay. I started doubting myself, and I'm like, wait, was it supposed to be 2? No. Okay. I have the right one going. Last episode, we had some clone trooper training. Very cool. We got to see them doing their little simulation runs and practicing them, and then having their test to finally graduate and go to the front lines. If you didn't listen to the discussion, I might have said it during the reaction as well, but they mentioned Bad Batch in there, which I do know that's a TV show. I just have no idea what it's about. So the fact that they mentioned Bad Batch just makes me wonder if it's a reference. Are those clones in it, or are they the Bad Batch? I don't know. I think it'd be really cool if it was, and we got to see them here, and then eventually I do watch Bad Batch and be like, oh, it's those guys again, It's Hetty, and... I'd love to see 99 again, although I don't know if we'd see him in there because he's just a janitor. But yeah, there's some of the... I don't remember the other names, I apologize, but I'm sure I'd recognize them if... well, maybe I'd forget by then, actually, because it's going to be a long time by the time I get there. Anyway, regardless, I'm going off on a tangent. Domino Squad is what I'll try to remember. Maybe they'll say that during that episode, too. Or that show, I mean. But don't spoil it, guys. I don't want to know. I want to wait because I think it'd be really cool to watch the first episode and find out whether I'm right or wrong. So don't try not to spoil me on that, please. So yeah, I'm looking forward to starting this episode. So let's just get going, shall we? All right, we're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Alright. We are not skipping the intro. Go away, button. I see you. I'm not pressing you. Where there's a will, there's a way. Oh, a lot of things going on. Okay. Jedi Master die? I hope he doesn't die. Oh shit. I'm glad that... I mean, I know we've seen plenty of other ones. So it's weird for me to say this now. I'm glad that there's, alien Jedi. It's not just all humans. I feel like a lot of shows would like to do something where humans are special. They have this power. Uh-oh. Interesting, okay. Bail Organa. Okay. Oh no, Jar Jar! God damn it. I like Jar Jar. I've heard the memes of people that don't really like him, but for those of you who may not know, I recently rewatched the first 6 movies on my YouTube channel, because it had been like 10 or more years since I had watched it, probably more than 10 years. And I actually like Jar Jar. I don't know what people hate about him. I mean, he's silly. Maybe it's just too silly for the show. Man, they just know everything, don't they? I just realized he has the Sith eyes. Does he have the Sith eyes in the movies? Right? That's that, like, yellow hue, right? Is the eye color change when you go dark, full dark side? I can't remember if we saw that in the movies. Oh man, this makes me want to play more Star Citizen. Oh no. Is that the same voice actor for Binks? Is that just someone's voice doing Jar Jar, or do they do special effects? Does anybody know? Do they like artificially like raise the pitch and stuff? I feel like that's like someone could do that. But I feel like it might be hard to get someone to do it. I feel like it's similar to the movies, so if it's not the same voice actor, maybe it is some kind of editing. I guess there's always people that can copy the way someone else talks. Oh boy. Those guys from the Republic. Oh. Okay, I know. This is... Okay. Hmm. I'll talk more in the discussion about it, but this is the guy that Yoda wins over in episode 1. I watched episode 1 before doing chronological order. So this is before Yoda won him over, I bet. His eyes are wild. Hmm. They didn't mention it. That's not good. Alright. Just walking forward and shooting. I'd be so terrified to just walk forward and shoot in the wide open with freaking lasers going everywhere. Oh shit! Did I say the wrong word earlier? I might have said, are those guys with the Republic? Did I say that? I meant Empire. If I did, I apologize. I just realized when they said Republic, I was like, oh, wait, I think I got that messed up. Ah. Look at that guy. Hmm. Ooh, okay. Of course. Hmm. Just they hear one thing and they're like, "We must help." They hear another thing and they're, "We must not help." Now they're gonna do another speech and they're like, "Oh, we must help." Hmm. I wonder if this is how like Yoda gets roped into things. All right. Or maybe it's a separate thing with Yoda. Good drawing. For John in the dirt. Oh no! It's not good. Is there a however? Nope. Damn, that's just it. Yeah, no shit. Oh. Ah, in the confidence? Okay. Alright. It'll get them something, at least, while they wait for more help, maybe? He looks suspicious. Oh, maybe not. It's cool seeing so many different... I mean, we are jumping around, but we're seeing, like, so many different, like, battlefields and everything. Like, we're now seeing Ryloth. We're now, like, we saw Christophsis under attack before. It's like... It's, you know, it's a war. It's happening on a lot of different fronts, not just, you know, one army versus one army in one location. That's cool. His helmet's really cool. Roger, roger. Just bombs. Explosives. Nice. Seemed effective. We must go to the only other choke point. To get slaughtered. Whoa. That's a crazy table. They have seatbelts? Oh my god, he has to distract them. Is he gonna mess this up? Are you done with that? They just sat down to eat! What are you doing? Oh my god. Oh. Damn. You got some skills. Damn. That's pretty impressive. Well, did they just... They were still looking the other way where he was looking? Was that part of the plan? To get them all to look where he was looking? I don't know. I guess it seemed like it worked. Alright. We need a TV show to learn more about General Dai. Or Jedi Master Dai. Is he General Sue? I don't know. Oh no! Cool helmet guy! What was his name? Was like Keel or something. Yellow's name! Nice. Cool. That was a nice move. Ah. I love seeing Jedi work. Keely. I was close, I missed the eye. No! We just met you and your name is Dai, you can't die! No! Nice. Come on! No! No! He went down just like that? I guess not all Jedi are created equal. I feel like we've seen other... I mean, I just said it. Not all Jedi are created equal. But we've seen others, like, handle so much more than that and live. But... we just met Jedi Master Dai, and he died. Hmm. Duh. Maybe you should stop being evil, and you wouldn't lose. Ah. That sets up episode 1. Yep. Cool. Nice. Alright. That is it for episode 3 of season 3. And yeah, that ties us right back into, you know, because, to re-explain it, I watched episode 1 of season 1 when I was first getting into the show, and then after I watched the first episode, I was heavily recommended to do, like, against all odds, against anything else, like, it was like, you should really do chronological for this show. So I was like, okay, I will do it, you know? So after watching season 1, episode 1, I then started watching chronological, so, this ties into, I'm pretty sure season 1, episode 1 is what we're supposed to watch next, but since I already did that, we'll be moving on to, I think we go in order now up until a certain point. But I think we have a handful of episodes now that are in order, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, we have 2. So next one's going to be season 1, episode 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then we've already seen season 1, episode 16, so we skipped that. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So I think that's all the rest of season 1 now we watch, except for 16 because we already did it. So, cool. And yeah, we got to see the whole tie-in between this guy, Oh, I wrote his name down. The king here. I wrote his name down in the very first episode, right? Katunku, I believe is the name. When he met with Yoda and everything, we got to see here. He decided to meet with Yoda because he saw what this war was going on and what it was causing, and the fact that they're neutral means that they can't help the people that are in need. So now he's open to trying to decide which side to join, right? And that's where I think we have Ventress trying to convince them of their side, and then Yoda trying to convince them to our side. So, uh, very cool. I like that. I know I said it like a bunch of times, but Jedi Master Dai was pretty cool. I liked his appearance and everything. It really sucks that, we might have seen him in the movies. I don't know if we have, but we definitely saw him die here. So I don't know if he was introduced here and killed here. Like, is he in any of the other media? Was he in the first 6 movies? I don't know. I can't remember. But it's too bad that he's already gone. But I always love watching the Jedi fight. I'm a little disappointed with his death. I feel like just going out to a bunch of droids, I feel like he should have been able to take him out, but I also said that a couple times where not all Jedi are created equal. We have people like, I'm trying to think of like don't get me wrong, Obi-Wan was powerful, but he was no Darth Vader, right? Or Luke Skywalker, in my opinion. Maybe if I were to watch the Obi-Wan series or something, maybe he is more powerful than it led on in some of the other movies. But it definitely seems like there is a gauge on how strong a Jedi, because it has to do with I guess it has to do with the midichlorians that they talked about, right? Which, I guess I've heard some people say that they don't think that, or they don't choose to believe that the midichlorian way of thinking is canon or whatnot. I don't really know. They talked about it in the first 6 movies, so in my opinion, it's canon. So I'm gonna go with that. But yeah. So based on your level of midichlorians determines how strong you are as a Jedi, right? So maybe this guy just had enough midichlorians to be able to utilize the Force, but not enough to be as powerful as some of the others. And who am I to know? That battle was pretty intense. There wasn't much backup there left. It was all wiped out, and it was just him. Maybe he was strong, and maybe he did do the best that he could have done. I'm not in that situation. Maybe I'm not the one to be able to judge that. So who knows? I could just be completely wrong. That's definitely a possibility. So, but yeah, I also said this during the reaction, but I really like the battle on multiple fronts. The whole idea of seeing all these fights happening in Christophsis and other places we've seen happening so far in it so far, because it's, when you have space, you separate your armies, you're going to be trying to take different strategic vantage points, or just different planets that may benefit your cause and everything. So it makes sense that multiple things would be going on at once. At least I think. I guess Christophsis, Organa was there too, and then he was off it, so maybe it is after the fact, right? But I'm sure there's some of these battles that are happening concurrently. So, overall, I liked the episode. It was a lot of diplomatic stuff. The battle scenes were pretty good. They were pretty cool for the little bit that we saw them. But I do enjoy the politics too. Seeing all the different people that the damn Empire have up their sleeves to be able to call upon. They obviously they somehow got all the intel that Organa was doing what he's doing, so they sent this this senator here to try to prevent it and all that. So, and he was pretty successful. A lot of the times we witness the Empire losing these little things, right? The in the movie with shoot. I don't know why I was thinking Jar Jar is the first name that came to mind. Big fat slug guy. Fuck, what's his name? God damn it, why can't I remember? I'm so bad. But either way, Jabba the Hutt. There we go. God damn, I thought I was gonna have to move on without thinking about it. We had their plans, like everything they tried to do, get foiled, right? So it's nice to see that they were. I mean, it did kind of get foiled in the end, right? Partially, they didn't get as many supplies as they wanted to get there, but they did get enough for. They said like 2 rotations, which I don't know. That doesn't. I mean, 2 rotations, is that just 2 days? Is that what they're saying? I don't know what timeline their rotations are on, right? Because like, yeah, I don't know. Or is it enough for 2 years and they expect like this battle to go on that long? But they made it seem like it wasn't going to be enough. I feel like 2 years is a decent amount of time for them to like get their shit together and get more supplies there. So I'm guessing it's more like a couple days and then they got to figure out something else. So, but yeah. Very neat. Jar Jar showed up again for the first time in Clone Wars, right? In the series, we had Jar Jar, so that was fun. Like I said, I wonder if he was the same voice actor. It's interesting. I wonder how they do his voice and all that. I'm sure one of you guys will let me know. But I've never, like, he's silly and everything, but I've never, like, minded it too much. It's never taken me, like, out of the moment. I've never been like, oh, that's, you know, this Jar Jar guy ruins his whole show for me. You know, it's not anything like that. He's definitely silly. He's definitely not my favorite character, but he adds a little bit of comedy relief that he's just goofy and silly. And I liked in the movies when he was like tripping over everything and like accidentally like winning. It reminded me a little bit of like the Drunken Fist kind of, where you're drunk and like super unpredictable because of what you're doing. It was similar to that, so certainly interesting. But I don't really have much more to say. It was fun, and it also kind of felt like a build-up. Like, we're still not done this war on Ryloth, so I do wonder if we're going to be continuing it at some point. Maybe it will continue on from after, you know, we're going to see Yoda meet with Cthulhu here in season 1, episode 1, which obviously we already watched, but maybe the episode following it is gonna have more Ryloth stuff now that we set all of this up. So I'm looking forward to the payoff. I'm still not sure why we saw some of like the clone stuff when we did, but maybe we're gonna see Domino Squad show up or something. I'm not gonna be one to question the watch order. The chronological order and everything. And plus, it's chronological order, which doesn't mean that everything has to tie in together. It's just chronological means like you're watching it in the order it happened in the timeline. So like those guys training happened, you know, probably before this attack on Ryloth or whatnot, or before it flared up to the point where people are getting involved in the coming episodes and everything. So doesn't mean that those characters have to show up again for a long time or ever. It just means that that's where it fell into the thing, rather than being like, you know, in season 3 where we're like a year into this war or something and we flash back to them training, and they also don't really mention a time period, I don't think. So maybe we'd be like, oh, why are we just seeing them training them now, kind of thing, when the war's been brewing for a year. But it's because it takes place like pretty much a little before, or I'm sure they're constantly being trained even during the war too. But either way, I'm not going to question the method to the madness, and I've been enjoying it the way I've been watching it. So I feel like either way, some of these episodes, like cutting in and out, like having I definitely get it for 116 and like season 1 episode 16 and season 2 episode 16, I believe. They for sure. I didn't mess up the watch order, right? I was supposed to do. Hold on. Okay. No, we're good. We're good. That's right. Yep. Nope, I did good. I like looked past the first one. My brain just farted real bad. I was looking at the list and I ignored the first one because I was like, yeah, I watched the first episode, like season 1, episode 1, so I don't need to look at the top of the list. But the top of the list was 2x16. And then I was looking at my notes and I was like, wait, The second one I watched was 2x16, and I didn't see it right away. But yeah, okay, I did good. But yeah, we had, you know, we had like multiple, like a whole storyline going on Christophsis and everything. So that was like, that felt good to go together, yet that was seasons apart. So it does make sense to watch those together, and I'm sure all these make sense too once I watch more. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. I think I don't really have much more to say. I had a lot of fun as usual. It's a really fun show. I've been enjoying it. Getting this deeper lore into Star Wars has making me really like the Star Wars like franchise. Like, it was always good to me, but it was never for me like, oh, this is the most amazing thing I've ever watched, like some people say. But it's starting to get a lot more interesting now that I'm seeing more of the lore in Clone Wars and everything, and learning more about these characters that we got to see in the movie that, you know, the movies go by so quickly, you don't get much development on. So it's very neat. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon, where you can see 2 more episodes ahead of time right now. Check that out. Links in the description below, or it should be popping up on the screen. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.